5 signs you're dealing with an evil person. Stoicism. Evil exists in the world not as a supernatural force, but as a real and destructive presence in human behavior. Evil people do not always appear as villains. In fact, they often wear the mask of kindness, intelligence, and charm. They integrate themselves into our lives, forming relationships built on deceit, manipulation, and control. To navigate life wisely, one must learn to recognize these individuals before they cause harm. The Stoics, philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were deeply concerned with living a virtuous life. They taught that we must remain vigilant against destructive influences and always uphold truth, integrity, and wisdom. Evil individuals threaten these principles not through brute force, but through psychological games, deceit, and coercion. To protect ourselves and preserve our inner peace, we must sharpen our ability to discern character. Evil people reveal themselves through patterns of behavior that are impossible to ignore if we remain observant. Their actions are not random or accidental. They stem from a fundamental disregard for morality, personal autonomy, and the well-being of others. Here are 5 unmistakable signs of an evil person, as understood through the lens of Stoic philosophy. 1. They are masters of deception and manipulation. The first weapon of an evil person is deception. Their existence is built on lies about who they are, what they want, and how they operate. While the Stoics valued truth as one of the highest virtues, evil individuals see truth as an obstacle to be overcome. They twist reality to suit their desires, often using manipulation to confuse and control others. Gaslighting, the art of warping reality. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious forms of manipulation. An evil person will make their victims question their own memory, perception, and even sanity. They will deny facts, rewrite history, and insist that reality is different from what you know it to be. Over time, this erodes confidence and makes people easier to control. Epictetus warned against allowing others to dictate our perception of reality. He taught that clarity of thought and self-awareness are the keys to resisting external manipulation. To combat gaslighting, one must trust their own reason, verify facts, and refuse to be drawn into senseless debates with those who distort truth. The victim complex, turning the tables. Another favored strategy of manipulators is playing the victim. When confronted with their wrongdoing, they divert attention by painting themselves as the injured party. They appeal to pity, guilt, and sympathy, making others feel responsible for their actions. The Stoics emphasized emotional resilience, acting based on reason, not guilt or emotional pressure. When someone constantly plays the victim to avoid accountability, recognize it as a tactic, not a truth. 2. They lack empathy and exploit others. A defining trait of an evil person is their complete lack of empathy. They do not truly care for others. They see people as tools to be used and discarded. While they may mimic empathy to manipulate situations, their concern is always superficial. How a lack of empathy manifests indifference to suffering. They witness pain without concern, often dismissing or mocking others' struggles. Exploitation. They take advantage of kind-hearted individuals, leveraging their generosity for personal gain. Betrayal. They have no true sense of loyalty. Once a person has outlived their usefulness, they are discarded. Seneca warned against associating with people who lack virtue. He taught that those who show no regard for morality will inevitably bring destruction to those around them. Protect yourself by recognizing the absence of empathy early. Such individuals will never change. 3. They are obsessed with power and control. Control is at the core of an evil person's actions. They are not content with mutual respect. They must dominate. Their methods can be direct, issuing demands, threats, or ultimatums, or they can be subtle, disguised as concern or advice. Signs of a controlling individual monitoring your activities. They demand to know where you are, who you are with, and what you're doing, making decisions for you. Under the guise of helping, they undermine your independence, isolating you from others. They discourage friendships, making you more dependent on them. Financial control. They limit access to money, making you reliant on them. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, emphasized the importance of autonomy. He believed that personal freedom is non-negotiable and that surrendering one's independence to another is a betrayal of the self. Recognize control for what it is, a tool of oppression, and resist it at all costs. 4. They are pathological liars. Evil people lie not out of necessity, but as a fundamental part of their nature. Unlike ordinary dishonesty, which may stem from fear or self-preservation, their deception is habitual, calculated, and destructive. Their lies serve a single purpose: to manipulate, control, and destabilize those around them. How pathological lying destroys trust. They rewrite history, making it impossible to hold them accountable. They tell different stories to different people, sowing division and confusion. They deny facts even when confronted with proof, forcing others into endless debates. They fabricate achievements, gaining trust under false pretenses. They gaslight their victims, making them question their own reality. Their dishonesty poisons relationships, weakens trust, and creates an environment where truth becomes irrelevant. The Stoics, firm believers in integrity, saw truth as the foundation of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius stated, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When dealing with a habitual liar, the best course of action is not to engage. Do not argue, do not attempt to change them, and do not waste energy trying to uncover their motives. The only response to a liar is to refuse to participate in their deception. Walk away. 5. They disregard boundaries and exploit weaknesses. Evil people do not respect personal boundaries. They see them not as limits to honor, but as obstacles to conquer. Whether it is emotional, physical, financial, or psychological, they invade personal space, manipulate emotions, and violate autonomy. How evil people disrespect boundaries. They ignore explicit limits, refusing to take no for an answer. They use guilt as a weapon, making you feel selfish for protecting yourself. They escalate pressure, pushing until resistance wears down. They pretend to misunderstand, using innocence as a manipulation tool. They punish defiance, retaliating when their control is challenged. This behavior is not accidental. It is a deliberate strategy designed to weaken your sense of self and increase their control. Over time, constant boundary violations lead to exhaustion, self-doubt, and emotional dependence on the manipulator. How to set boundaries against evil people. Be clear and firm. Clearly define what you will and will not tolerate. Do not engage in arguments. Manipulative individuals thrive on debate and conflict. Deny them the opportunity. Expect resistance. They will test your resolve. Stand firm. Enforce consequences. A boundary without action is meaningless. Distance yourself if necessary. Trust actions over words. Apologies without change are just another manipulation tactic. Seneca advised, associate with those who make you better. A relationship should elevate, not diminish you. If someone refuses to respect your boundaries, they do not respect you. Remove them from your life without guilt. Conclusion: defend your integrity, protect your peace. Evil individuals do not simply create inconvenience, they are fundamentally corrosive to trust, stability, and personal freedom. Their lies distort reality, their manipulation erodes confidence, and their disregard for boundaries undermines autonomy. The Stoics teach that while we cannot control the existence of such people, we can control our response to them. Key takeaways for protecting yourself: recognize manipulation. Do not fall for charm or flattery. Do not excuse cruelty. A lack of empathy is not a misunderstanding, it is a warning. Guard your autonomy. Control is oppression. Value truth. Lies are corrosive. Honesty is non-negotiable. Set boundaries. Your peace depends on it. Life will always present challenges, and among them will be individuals who seek to exploit, deceive, and control. But as Stoicism teaches, we always have power over one thing: ourselves. Protect your integrity, defend your peace, never allow darkness to compromise your light.
Try one Stoic technique this week and see how it transforms your mindset. Which practice resonates most with you? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments. Let's build a community of shared wisdom and growth. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more life-changing philosophy, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for being part of this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.